Enemy territory was no problem for Miami. The Heat took Game 3 in Boston over the weekend. They now lead 2-1 versus the Celtics. Before this series started, Shannon took the Celtics to win in 6, which means they now must win 3 straight. Shannon, are you sticking with your prediction of Celtics in 6?
That's my team, and I'm going to stick with them. I sure am. Boston in 6. I just believe Boston's the better team. Skip, it's 2 quarters that's cost the Celtics. They should be up 3-0. The third quarter in Game 1 and the third quarter and the first quarter in Game 3. And that's the difference in the ball game. They were up 15, and then the third quarter, I think they outscored them by 24. And that's where the game is getting away. When Boston takes care of the basketball, they win these quarters going away. But when they don't, they allow Miami to stay around, or they end up blowing them out in these quarters. I believe Udoka will show them and say, look, guys, when we take care of the basketball, we're a better team than the Heat. It's as simple as that. I can't draw it up any other way. We take care of the ball, we win. We turn the ball over, we lose. Jason Tatum, you want to be a superstar. Superstars do not play good one game, disappear the next game. Play good the next game, disappear the third game. What superstars are able to do, they have a level of expectation, and they meet those expectations more times than not. Game in and game out, they know you're that dog, and you still hunt. That's what we need you to do, Jason Tatum, because you're right there. You got one barrier, is consistency. In order for you to, because I've seen what you can, I know what you can do. That Game 6 performance might have been your greatest performance in your life. But you got 6 40-point games, so I know you're more than capable of doing it. It's just a matter of taking care of the basketball while you're doing it. I expect them to win by 10, and I'll give you the 6 point. I'm going to give you 6.5 for a case of new right now.
No. No. I am sticking with my pick of Miami in 7, but I am completely with you. Doors get blown off tonight, because I will not be surprised, I for one, if Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley decide in the 11th hour, let's not play Jimmy Buckets tonight, let's not play Tyler Hero tonight, let's save them and give them 2 more days to heal up for the Game 5 back in Miami, because that might be the prudent way to do business right now. If Jimmy does have balky knees, arthritic knees, whatever they are, somehow inflamed knees. I don't know what's going on, but it's been an ongoing problem for him. I didn't know about Tyler Hero's got some quad issue that he was icing, didn't play down the stretch of the fourth quarter. I don't know what that's about, but obviously those are my 2 best scoring options, and if I don't have either one of them, doors will get blown off. Well, they'd better get blown off, because if somehow the Heat go out there and steal another game by simply stealing the basketball, well, then you're sunk, because they're not going to come back from 3-1 down. All I know for sure is I'm sticking with Heat in 7, Shannon, because I believe that the Heat are the mentally tougher team. I see the talent. I hear you. You got X, Y, and Z better than Jimmy Butler. I got it. But in the end, I trust the grit and the guts and the culture of the Miami Heat over a 7-game series over Boston's fairly new culture under Ime Udoka. And I still say what they did against Giannis and company is slightly, I'll do slightly overrated, because in the end, all they had to do was stop Giannis from dribbling the ball up the floor, getting up ahead of speed, and crashing down the lane. And again, I kept telling you, he charges more than a Tesla. The whole series came down to, are you going to call a charge or a foul? Charge or a defensive foul? Charge. And finally, in the end, Giannis fell apart because he charged too much. He had too many turnovers. And finally, Boston prevailed as Boston should have prevailed. That's what I picked, was that Boston would win it in 7. And now I'm sticking with my pick that Miami is the mentally tougher, the better all-around basketball team, the better defensive basketball team than Boston is.
Well, Skip, when you just look at it, just take the games. It's 2 quarters. For the most part, it's 2 quarters. Miami has won 2 quarters. They've been big. They plus 15 in the first quarter of Game 3, plus 15 in the third quarter of Game 4. That's the difference in your ball. Might have been plus 24 in this first, I think at 39-15, 39-14, something like that. But Skip, when you give up, when you turn the ball over like that, you let them get easy buckets. So now, and you keep talking about, because you say your contacts have been talking to you about Miami in the half court. Well, Skip, if you let them get out and run, hell, we don't get a chance to see them in the half court. We got to come down there and take the ball out. Now they get an opportunity to set their defense up and make us operate in the half court. Jason Tatum, JT will be money tonight. JB will do a better job of taking care of the basketball. Skip, when Marcus Smart went up and they re-showed the replay, I say ain't no way in hell he coming back in the ball game. Because Skip, he jumped and turned his ankle over like LeBron did it. That ankle was on the floor.
It was.
I'm like, how the hell is he?
I give you that one. That was on the floor. I agree.
See, and when Jason Tatum went down, I already thought it was a stinger because he got hit to the side of his head. So I thought it was a stinger, and I was like, well, how long is it gonna last? Skip, we've all had those. That thing get that tingling sensation. Sometimes it lasts a couple of minutes. Sometimes it might last a day. But he was able to come back. But he was stinking it up to begin with. But I saw something that I didn't like, Skip. I saw a situation where they almost got a shot clock violation. They might have got a shot clock violation. And I didn't see the tenacity I needed to see from Jason Tatum go get that basketball.
I agree with that.
I don't care if you 0 for 20. You're Jason Tatum. You're the team's best player. Go demand the basketball. I don't care what you've done up until that point. I'm expecting you to deliver now. I didn't like what I saw because I thought he ran from that moment. Don't be afraid of the moment. I'll sink or swim with you taking that shot.
Okay. I hear you, and I agree with you. Now, I got to defend the Heat because you say quarter to quarter. But I'm going to remind you, in Game 1 in Miami went on, they were down 10, and they went on a 62-19 run. That they just wiped them off the court, 62-19. Then Boston rallied some in the fourth quarter to make it somewhat respectable. But that was a wipeout of a stretch. And I'm going to remind you that the other night in Game 3, in the first half, Boston with Jimmy Butler and obviously with a little bit of Tyler Hero was up 26. So you can't. Yeah. I've shown you two stretches where in 3 games where you say, well, wait a second, maybe Miami is that team. That's all I'm saying.
No. Skip, I look at you in the first quarter, you're up 21. It's 39-18. And you remember you went on that monster run in the third quarter of Game 1, where you outscore them by 24. You're down 8, and the next thing you know, you're up 16. And it's turnovers. I look at the third quarter on the other night, and the reason why it was 25-25 is that Jaylen Brown turned the ball over. That's supposed to be a 35-25.
But wait a second. You keep blaming Boston. Why don't you credit Miami? They're defensive demons, and they are savvy, experienced on defense. Don't sleep on Oladipo on defense. He's made an all-defensive team before. He was the most improved player back in 2018. So don't sleep on what he's done before.
Miami Heat is a very good defensive team, but Jaylen Brown is not on the and one tour. He doesn't have handles like Steph Curry. He doesn't have handles like that. So he doesn't have tight handles. He dribbles the ball very, very high. A lot of time the ball just got away from him. He's dribbling the ball. The next thing you know, the guy made no move. He did nothing. All of a sudden, the guy has the ball going back the other way. That's all I'm saying. Look, sometimes guys are going to make outstanding plays. I don't know if those 19 steals, I don't know how many of those were outstanding plays made by the Miami Heat. But we'll find out tonight.
Will we?
I bet your case we beat them by 10.
I will not take it, but if you tell me that Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero are going to play tonight, you're in trouble because you're cooked.
How about this? Both of them guys are going to play, and I still give you 10. You want it?
Nope. Ooh. I don't, because I don't trust what they're going to play or how long they're going to play.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Well, it has a lot to do with me.
Your day coming, though. Your day coming.
Both of those guys are questionable going into tonight, guys. Hey, now, interestingly enough, out of 12 quarters, the Celtics have won 10 of them. They've only lost 2. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign for Boston. We'll see what happens tonight. All right, are other superstars not respecting Steph Curry enough? We'll explain the debate up next.
No